I live in Ashland, Oregon, which is in Southern Oregon. It's the first town you hit up from coming up north from California. And we are inundated with poverty and a unhoused issue that has become spiraling out of control. People are actually leaving things out on the side of the street that they don't want in hopes that people pick it up. I see suitcases on the side of the street repeatedly. I see new members of the unhoused community walking through the town. I just saw a magazine from a fringe photographer from, I think, Germany, that is scary. It had deformed bodies, pictures of children at a little league dugout. And it's my feeling that the government is not doing what it needs to do in order to take care of this. They're skirting the issue, and they're trying to make the population get more and more accustomed to and used to having people here because of the poverty that's going to start hitting our cities and counties due to the mismanagement of our government funds, which has led us to $36 trillion in debt in the last several decades. It's my understanding that Bill Clinton balanced the budgets, and now we're faced with a tremendous debt. They're probably going to start cutting more quote unquote entitlements, which basically means Social Security, and it's a catastrophe in the human system. We need to actually go backwards to where from what I understand, it was Reagan who got rid of the wards and the hospitals. We need to bring them back because right now our library system is being inundated with people with severe mental health issues, and it's become a safety risk. I was lying down and I had a member of the unhoused community allow a dog of his to bark and growl very aggressively about 2 feet from my face, and one of his accomplices walking closely behind him snickering. We need to make sure that whatever resources we're offering these communities is not within the population. The populations need to have strong boundaries. We need to understand that people are in these situations due to their mental health and that they need support. And the support they need is going to depend on who they are, because right now the support is dependent on them looking atrocious. You don't get help looking good. Right now, if you smell nice, I'm not a member of the unhoused community, but I ended up having some time where it looked like I was. I just don't spend a lot of time at home. And it's afforded me the opportunity to take some time off and take a look at what's going on in my hometown. Essentially, it looks like this. If you don't look like someone who is addicted to drugs or has been, you have people who are probably on Social Security disability, living on the street. It's my feeling that being actually homeless is deadly and probably not possible unless people are actually supporting the individual. I don't necessarily know how I feel about this, given the fact that certain people's lives are in danger. And I don't think that we should allow people to die if we can afford it. And right now, this, because the country is so far in debt, we chose to go to the war in Iraq. We chose to go and support the war in Ukraine. These are massive issues. I don't have an opinion on that. All I know is that my hometown needs to be protected. And that means I need to protect my investments here, which is a family home, which is my own personal legacy and my family's legacy of where I grew up. And it's not in my backyard. And that means Jackson County, Oregon, does not support the current policies that is taking place in the unhoused issue. And the fact that they have allowed, the state of Oregon has allowed the unhoused community to use the library system as a place for entertainment, education, and respectfully, washing themselves and sleeping, and using it for, and they're abusing the system. Right now, as I walk around town, I see horrors that have been taking place for far too long, and they're only now doubling down to build a facility to deal with the unhoused issue in a town of 20,000 people that should not be responsible for it because it doesn't have the funds, it doesn't even have the money to fix the bathrooms that were destroyed by the unhoused community in Lithia Park, which is a beautiful park. Thank you.